Hi everyone, welcome to the second session arranged for 12th class students. Today we are going to discuss one of the most important poems written by Stephen Spender, an elementary school classroom in a slum. Stephen Spender, he was born in 1909 on February 28 and he died in 1995 July 16. He was an advocate of communism. Most of his poems deals with the social injustice and the class struggle. The message of the poem is very clear. It mainly concentrates on the theme of education, knowledge. Education is the powerful weapon by which we can break open any boundary. Again, knowledge is the powerful weapon by which we can break open any boundary. An elementary school classroom in a slum. And there is no need to explain what a slum is. Slum is an overcrowded place inhabited by very poor people. Gandhi Basti. Here, a primary school classroom in a slum. Actually, it is not a class where students are studying. Class means a section, group. एक समाज का एक छोटा ग्रुप को दर्शाता है ये classroom. So, since the classroom indicates a place where poor people are living, the students inside the classroom, they are poor people. Stephen Spender, always he fought against social injustice. So in the first part of the poem, he describes the status, social status, conditions of the people living in the slum. Far from gusty waves, these children's faces. The sentence, these children's faces are far from the gusty, strong waves. It means that these children, these people, they have never seen the outside world. They don't know anything about the outside beauty. So the first line indicates they are strangers to outside world. So which line says that they are strangers to outside world? Far from gusty waves, these children's faces. Far from. So far, it is repetition. Far. So if you take far, it indicates repetition, far from alliteration. So these children's faces are far from the outside world. So the sentence clearly means that ye bachcha kabhi bahar ki duniya dekha nahi. It indicates they are strangers to outside world. Point number 2. Like rootless weeds, the hair torn around their pallor. Pallor means kamzor chehra, pale face. The hair torn around their pallor like rootless weeds. The poetic device used here is like rootless weeds. Unka baal like rootless weed. Weed means unwanted plants. Bikhre hue, spread everywhere. It shows that they are untidy. So pehla sentence, far from gusty waves, these children's faces. It shows that they are strangers to outside world. Number 2, hair torn around their pallor. It shows untidy. Point number 3, the tall girl with her weighed down head. It shows that the girl is sick and she has a load of responsibility on her shoulder. That is why she is unable to stand straight. Limpi सी लड़की with her weighed down head. Number 4, the paper seeming boy. Thin boy with rat's eyes. Rat's eyes indicates a bulged out eyes. When a person becomes so thin, his eyes and stomach, these are bulged out. So the thin boy with rat's eyes, it shows malnutrition. Next one, the standard. Standard means small. Unlucky heir. Heir means one who inherits something from his parents. The standard unlucky heir of twisted born reciting, saying his father's gnawed means nobly. Disease. God just say bimari. Growth. So here we have discussed 5 different points. Number 1, these children, they are strangers to outside world, which land says these children's faces are far from strong views. Point number 2, they are untidy, which land says that they are untidy. The hair torn round their pale face, weak face, like rootless weeds. Point number 3, sick and having load of responsibility, which land says the tall girl with her weighed down head. Which land says that they are malnutritious? The paper seeming boy with rat's eyes. Which land says that they are diseased? The standard unlucky heir. Why he is unlucky? Because he has got a hereditary disease. So he is reciting his father's gnawed disease. So in the first part, Stephen Spender described the features, 5 features of these children. Strangers to outside world, they are untidy, sick and having load of responsibility, malnutritious and diseased. His lesson from his desk. He learns his lesson from his desk only. Education is perfect when we learn half from the desk and half from outside world. But for these children, they have no chance to learn anything from outside world. But at the back of the dim class, why the class is dim? Because of the lack of literacy or lack of इलेक्ट्रिसिटी. लेकिन ये डिम क्लास के पीछे, ये क्लास इतना डिम क्यों? क्योंकि ये अंधेरा इलिटरेसी का अंधेरा है. लैक ऑफ लिटरेसी एंड लैक ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिसिटी. One unnoted sweet and young. A boy is sitting at the back of the class. Like he has no interest in whatever is being taught inside the class. उनका ध्यान पूरा बाहर की वर्ल्ड में है. His eyes live in a dream of squirrels game on tree room. Other than this, other than the situation of the class, whatever is being taught inside the class, उनको कोई interest नहीं. He is always watching the outside world. So this shows that there are some people who are hopeful even though they are living inside the slum. So you have to prepare the notes. Number 1, name the poet. Stephen Spender. Number 2, describe the conditions of the people living in the slum. Number 1, strangers to outside world, untidy, malnutritious, diseased, and sick and having load of responsibility. Why is the boy unlucky? The boy is unlucky because he has got a hereditary disease. Why is the classroom dim? Because of the lack of literacy and lack of electricity. What did you understand about the boy sitting at the back of the class? Because he is hopeful about the future.